Hey, welcome everybody. Today we have something very unique. It's a 1907 Premier. That's the model of the car. It's called the Premier, model 24 for the 24 horsepower that it produces. It's a speedster, runabout, had a concourse level restoration. This car is right out of our Titanic Museum exhibit. This is representing cars from that era. You can go to volocars.com. You will see 200 classic cars, all for sale. Each one will have a price tag and a monthly payment, including this one right here. But for right now, join me. Let's go for a spin. Yeah, we got this from the Hyman collection, and it's been part of our Titanic display, which is a very elegant display. A beautiful car. We're just switching it out for something different. Um, but yeah, at one point it underwent a concourse restoration. Cars capable of about 50 miles an hour. They were built right in Indianapolis, Indiana. And the car shows very, very well. It's all metal. This is not a replica. It's a real car. Metal fenders, hood. I think the body is wood. That's the way they would have been back then. All the paint is beautiful. It's like a beige cream color with the black striping around it, and it's all high quality work. It's all straight. It's all finished beautifully. It's not cracking or checking. I'm sure if you look closely, there are a flaw here or there, a little nick or a touch up, but this is a quality restoration. Um, the box back here is just like a trunk. We'll get into that later. That's made out of wood, but fenders, again, are all metal. And you know why the tires were so tall back then? They didn't have paved roads like we have. They were going through ruts and mud and dirt. And this car gained some notoriety when it made it through Jacob's Ladder, 2 feet of snow. Temperatures were in the teens. It made a trip a total of about 450 miles without a single breakdown or even needing an adjustment. And it was all 3 passengers were in the car when it did that. So back in 1907, we're talking, that was a pretty big deal. Um, You see all the brass everywhere. It's all polished beautifully. It's just beautiful to look at. You park this in your living room. The lamps up front here are fed from a tank all the way in the back. The lights on the cowl and on the tail light, they hold their fluid in the light itself. It's actually a flame that would light it up for you. This one has the varnished spoke wheels. All the cars back then carried at least one spare because you changed your tires quite often. All 5 tires, I don't know how many years old they are, but they all have the nubs on the tread. They have hardly any miles on them at all. This here is referred to as the mother-in-law seat. Here's the tank I was talking about that feeds the headlamps. Here's your tail lamp. Um, it has leather splash aprons on the inner fenders. Uh, Unique running board design. It's like a hex design metal, so the dirt and water, I guess, will go right through. Usually they're covered. That's the first time I've ever seen that. Now, I've been here at the museum since I was a little kid. I used to polish a lot of brass. We had a lot of these cars in our museum at one time. I've never seen running boards like that. All right, why don't we open it up? I'll show you the engine compartment. We'll talk a little more about the interior. So I guess we'll call this the trunk. Just a nice wooden box, brass hinges, painted, finished nicely. And yeah, this is referred to as a mother-in-law seat. Genuine leather, button-tufted seat, really nice condition. The floor, I'm not sure what that material is, but you can see it's all finished beautifully, all the brass, the screws, everything is very nicely done. This would be called like a speedster or runabout. This has furniture, quality, wood finish. You have the coils in here. There's a coil for each cylinder. And we do have starting instructions. It was all just explained to me. It's actually fairly simple. You can see everything is finished beautifully. And look at all the beautiful brass. This has the optional monacle windshield. Even this is beautiful, the wood rim and all the brass. You have one is spark advance. I think one is throttle. It's a 3-speed shifter, a manual 3-speed. You got a clutch and you got reverse and 3 speeds. You got an e-brake, and then you got your horn. Again, the seats are leather. Underneath this seat is the battery. There's a 6-volt battery with a disconnect switch that powers the coils. Under that seat is the fuel tank. You put gas in the car there. Here's some old copies of old ads. It's the winner of speed, endurance, economy, hill climbing, and efficiency contest the country over. No car has won more. Here's another ad here. Talks about going through the Jacob's Ladder in 2 feet of snow. Again, they're just bragging about how reliable is a big deal back then. It was a whole different world back in the day. Gentleman's Roadster or Runabout. This will go with it. And then here's some instructions on how to start and operate the car. I also wanted to point out down here, this is really cool. It's an exhaust dump. I followed the cable. There's a flap right on the exhaust before the muffler. You open it up, it'll open right off the exhaust. This here opens up, and you can see the fuel in there. And then let's see if I can open the floor. That's the transmission, I believe, right there. Let's check out the motor. It's a water-cooled motor. They were known for that, I guess. It's a 4-cylinder, 25 horsepower. You put a little fuel in each one of these, and you let the fuel get into the engine before you start it. Look at all the wiring, the cloth-wrapped, correct type wiring. You got copper and brass tubing. A leather strap for the fan. Everything's proper the way it should be. And then over on this side is the carburetor and a polished manifold. But boy, talk about simple to work on. Even I could change these spark plugs. All right, we're going to show you a little video clip of it running, and then we'll see you back here in a couple minutes. So again, we have a 1907 Premier capable of 50 miles an hour. While we had it, it's been in our museum, a nice climate-controlled environment. We drove it around the property. Previously, it was owned by brass era car expert that refurbished the car and claimed that it was very capable of going out on road trips. So it was a complete restoration. Underneath looks as good as the top. They also bragged a lot in their advertisements, the elliptical springs, giving it such a good ride. I see it has even little fittings here to put fluid in there to oil them up. There's a choke right out here below the radiator, and you actually crank start this car. And I was just told by the guy we've got here starting it, it starts up very easily, actually. So everything underneath's painted, restored, beautiful. You have a showpiece here, well over 100 years old, and capable of having some fun and running around with it. Go to volocars.com. Salesman can help answer your questions. Also, there's a lot lengthier description about the car and the manufacturer of the car, all at volocars.com. We can get it shipped to your door. We can help with financing. Thanks for watching. Call George, tell him to come get it.